I'm Brian Moran, Wisconsin Foodie Chef. Today I'm here with Tory Miller, Executive Chef of L'Etoile in Madison. Today, Tory and I will be preparing a double-cut pan-seared pork chop and a Car Valley Mammoth Cheddar macaroni and cheese. Tory, welcome to Wisconsin Foodie.
Thanks for having me, Brian.
Tory, I'm excited about this dish. One of my favorite foods is pork chops. Tell me a little bit how we're preparing this dish today.
Well, these pork chops are really special to me. They're right from a farm right outside of Madison. These are double-cut pork chops, so you can tell that these guys are not playing around. They're about 2.5 inches, and we leave the fat cap on there because I like that. A little bit of extra pork flavor, never hurt anybody.
Excellent. Where do we begin?
So what we're going to do first is, to help sear in some of that moisture, we're going to take a hot pan.
Okay.
And this is one of the things, like at home, it's really important to get your pan nice and hot. So like my wife and I, we open up our windows. We got a door off of our kitchen, and we air it out even in the middle of winter, because you want to get a nice hot pan going.
Does your smoke detector ever go out? Because mine does in my kitchen all the time.
And we just,
especially when this heat gets going like that, right?
We just blow it off. But what you want to do first, you get it nice and hot, and then you put it in and just let it do its thing.
Right.
Now, what I'm going to start to look for is a little bit of browning on the edges of the pork chop.
Right.
And what this does basically is it creates a barrier in the protein layers so that you have like a nice sear on the outside, keeping all those juices in.
Locks everything
in.
Right.
Once I get a nice little bit of a brown on that side, I'm going to flip it back to the original side.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take a little bit of butter. We're in Wisconsin. The butter doesn't hurt.
A little butter.
A little bit. I'm going to put that right in the pan. 2 tablespoons at least. And then this is some fresh sage. So basically now this is going to go into a really hot 500-degree oven for about 15 minutes.
Okay. All right, Tory, I guess the mac and cheese is next.
Exactly. So we're going to start by building our sauce.
So what do we do first?
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mince up a shallot. And then I'm just going to slice a clove of garlic. So a little bit of butter to start. Start with our shallots. Our garlic. I'm going to add a little bit of salt.
Okay.
Because that helps to start to break down the shallot.
Right.
Draw out some moisture, and of course a little bit of pepper. And then I'm going to add a little bit of dry white wine. You could use Sauvignon Blanc, or I'm using a Chardonnay. And then to give us a little bit of flavor, I'm going to use some fresh thyme.
Oh, I love using fresh thyme in the sauce.
And to me, like, I just pull it off, give that a rough chop. And then basically what I'm going to start to do is I'm reducing this wine, which means basically I'm just cooking it down.
Okay.
I don't like to bake my macaroni and cheese after I make it. A lot of people that do the baking, but I do like that crunch of the breadcrumb.
Okay.
So what I do to cheat on that is I do a little bit
Butter.
of the butter.
How about that? Something different.
A little bit of the butter, and I brought some panko breadcrumbs, which are Japanese style breadcrumb. They're a little bit bigger.
And the butter is just kind of helping to caramelize them a little bit quicker.
Exactly.
Okay.
So once our
Yeah, it's
wine
reduced by half.
is reduced, I'm giving it a whiff. It smells
definitely.
pretty good. And then I'm going to add just a tablespoon or 2 of cream. So I'm going to add some of my Widmer's brick. Everything. But this one is, the reason why this one is so great is it's aged for 9 months. It's really got a nice sharp flavor, so it isn't like your run-of-the-mill. So here's the number one reason why I like to use the cheese spread, is because I don't have to add flour to thicken my sauce. And
naturally thickens itself, right?
That it's already like really nice and creamy. So we'll just lower that.
Still got a really nice aroma now.
So I'm gonna grate some of this Mammoth cheddar. Now Mammoth cheddar is special to me because it's an old school wheel, which means it's wrapped in bandage or in cheesecloth on the outside. And Sid Cook still makes them in the old school way, cave ages them. And another reason why I like to use artisan cheeses from Wisconsin is because they're so, they're really well cared for. They're really intense. The pasta that I'm going to use for my macaroni,
it's like a giant elbow.
This one is like a giant elbow. It's called chioccioli. So what I'm going to do is just dunk these into some hot boiling water here. So literally, once these guys are warmed up, I'm gonna finish cooking them in the sauce. So,
Oh, nice. So you're going to actually let them kind of swim right in that
Exactly.
cheese sauce. I like that.
now you want to bring this up to a quick simmer. And how I like to finish my breadcrumbs is just with a little bit of fresh parsley.
Okay, beautiful color.
So what I want to do is check my pork chop over in the oven.
All right.
And what I like to do with these pork chops actually is like I'll pull them up, and because there's a bone there, I like to rest them on the bone.
Oh,
so I
right.
stand it up. So basically what's happening right now is all the juice is really hot, and as it starts to rest, it starts to settle in and it cooks the bone
All the
through.
way through. Oh, nice.
Take our macaroni and cheese. Now, for me, like I like to just, I'm a real center of the plate kind of guy, so I put everything kind of right in the middle. And then a little bit of our breadcrumb, give it some texture and some color.
Beautiful.
What I like to do then is I'll just take my chop and just set it right on there.
Oh, beautiful. I think we should definitely taste this. What do
Yeah,
you
I
think?
can't wait. I've been waiting all day for it.
Well, I'm going to let you, since this is your recipe. What a job.
It's so good.
You know, what I love is the fact that you and other chefs in our area are really highlighting the products and the Wisconsin products that are around us today. And the more we show people about these products and the versatility of this beautiful dish, and man, I just can't get over the crust on this pork chop. It's just amazing. Tory, thank you so much for joining us on Wisconsin Foodie
Thank
today.
you for having me.